So apparently there's breaking news. Chris, take us away.
So you know about the story, the D-Files that Alan Ng has been doing on filmthreat.com.
Love those, by the way, Chris.
They are excellent.
So
good.
Good.
Everyone check out Film Threat. The D-Files are some very insightful stuff.
Amazing.
Disney.
Yeah, so the third edition of the D-Files drops next Wednesday, but this just happened today. Alan was predicting after what happened with Wish that Disney would be shutting down animation in the United States. They opened up a studio in Vancouver with 400 people. So the future of Disney animation is overseas and AI.
Whoa.
And they opened up this new studio in Vancouver. Well, apparently they are the ones that will be doing the animation for Moana 2. There was a meeting at their Burbank studios that just happened over lunch that Alan and I were just talking about before I got on here. And they assured everyone that there won't be layoffs in Burbank. And can I just tell you, when everyone got laid off at G4, they assured us that there would not be layoffs. You never project that there are going to be huge layoffs, but it's like this studio in Burbank has nothing to do. Moana 2, which is the only Disney animated movie that is in production, is all going to be done now in Vancouver, Canada. Now, you can theorize as to why they might be moving everything out of the United States. Perhaps the debacle of all the fallout from the DEI that has just infected, permeated everything in entertainment. That's a separate series of stories, but it appears as if the Burbank studio will not be doing this movie. What other movie are they going to be doing? They weren't told. There are people currently working at Disney and former employees that keep us informed with what's going on. But that's huge news, because basically what it sounds like is they're winding down their operations in the United States.
And is that a cost-saving exercise, potentially, like moving out of the United States and into Canada?
Yes, partially cost savings, but also the people the people that you hire in Hollywood, there's a certain sort of entitlement. There's a certain kind of attitude of people that are working in the industry here. And I think they're looking to just excise that. It's part of, like, you're constantly getting pushback from these up and coming people who aren't veteran animators. They haven't been around the industry or been on many productions. They don't really know how it works. And they have proved to be difficult to manage, which Alan is the one who predicted it. He should get all the credit. It's on the front page of filmthreat.com. If you go there right now, it's our top story. But it's it basically, what it is they're just winding down operations in the United States. It's do
you think this is a first step towar's trying to course correct? A recognition, we've
going to Canada.
Problem.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If they're moving it to like Korea, that's different. But they're moving it to Canada. Canada is probably more woke in terms of entertainment, whatnot. I mean, look at how does someone like Trudeau?
I live in Canada. I know.
It's awful. It's so divided there. So I think almost worse than the United States. The Canadians are so polite. They're nice about it, which is weird. I've always never trusted someone that's too nice to me. I feel like you want something. This is creepy. But yeah, so that just it's sort of like
stay away from my kidneys.
Yes.
I now know not. You can have my liver if you want. There's nothing.
I'll trade you livers. Actually,
this is going to be. This was done without fanfare. We heard from someone that was a company meeting in Burbank. The entire Burbank Disney Animation Studios got together for this meeting over lunch. Alan has all the information in the story, but the only reason we even knew this was coming was because of an Instagram post from the guy who is heading up Moana 2. Not that that's any big deal, but Disney has so little on their plate right now. I think you saw in the earnings call that they're just going to be doing fewer things. I think when they said to Marvel regarding Marvel, they'll be making fewer movies, fewer TV shows. It's just less.
Well, that's you wouldn't think Canada was even that much cheaper than America. Well, you don't change the attitude or like the people involved. So even moving it at all seems a bit weird.
I think tax breaks are a big thing when it comes to
and the Canadian dollar is obviously weaker too, so it would cost them less.
California is not enticing any business at the moment. clearly.
No, it's so expensive to live here. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I live in a little oasis called Pasadena, California, but everywhere else in California, especially LA, San Francisco, it's a hellhole. It is a fentanyl zombie land, which would be a great video game.
Is San Francisco the place
great
where
band
you
name
leave
as
your?
well?
Was that San Francisco where you leave your? Everyone tells you to leave your car open because they're going to break into it anyway.
Yeah.
That's just Seth Rogen.
Dystopia, dude. Yeah,
That's
that's
part of living in the city.
Someone left a butterfly knife on my back seat. It was like a prize, you know.
But
it's easy to say when you're a fucking multi-millionaire Hollywood asshole.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Which car?
Someone broke into my car, and I can't afford to get the windows repaired. So yeah, guess who's getting free air conditioning now every time he drives around?
It is interesting though. When you do animation, you could do it from literally anywhere in the world because you could do the voiceover from. You can just pick your people. You know, they can do it from their home if they really wanted.
Or AI.
Well, yeah. So it is weird to go to sort of a developed, high-paid. Yeah. The Canadian dollar may be worth less, but if you just the average wage, you would think it would average out overall. It'd just be a bigger number. To do that compared to like a cheaper nation to get the animation done and then do the voiceover somewhere else, that's what you'd do if you wanted. I can't imagine tax breaks would make up for that.
Well,
the whole production cycle is going to be cheaper. It's like know, filming or I guess like living in somewhere like London versus living in like Inverness. Like clearly one place is a lot more expensive than the other because everything.
You move it to like Romania or something, and everything is cheaper.
Part of this, I believe, and I'm only speculating, that this is punishment for Wish doing so poorly. The merchandise, there's Target stores, whatever, all over. None of it is selling off the shelves. Everything is orange sticker discounted. And I feel like this is punishment to the Burbank studio for delivering a terrible movie that performed awful at the box office. So they're rewarding and building up a studio outside of the United States. And from what I hear, they mostly want to work with freelancers anyways, because freelancers do as they're told. Whereas like the workers at the Burbank studio, they're pushing back. Why can't we have representation? Why are we? And like the whole thing in the latest, I don't know if it was in the D Files or the other story that I did on the WGA, but you're only like, you can only animate a thing if you are of the identity of the thing you're animating. So for example, if you're a young Black female, then you are animating the Black female character. If you are a white man, then you can animate a white. It is so stupid. The identity politics is so infected animation that it has destroyed the craft. At its heart, animators are actors. This is why when you see a lot animators, they all have mirrors where they're doing the performance and the acting, and then that goes into the animation, whether you're animating a human or a knight or a princess or an ant or a bear, like whatever. Like it's gotten so infected with, I just think, are bad ideas that no one pushes back by. But in an upcoming D-File story, we found the guy that's been doing the DEI training at Disney. You wouldn't believe what this person charges. We have the website. We're exposing more of this stuff, but no one, not one person, not to mention the Jedi training. I don't know if you guys have heard of that yet. It was in the WGA follow-up story I did. That's everywhere in Hollywood now. And it's old. It's been happening since at least 2022, if not sooner. So Jedi training is justice, equity, diversity, inclusion.
So this is
I feel like actual Jedi training would be far more useful.
Yeah, I thought you were more interested in that.